Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Friday, day 39, August 23rd, and I just recorded about 10 minutes at least, and it wasn't recording. So you get the abbreviated Cliff's Notes versions of what I said. We're going to give you a short one this morning and a longer one this afternoon. But to be quite honest, the feeds have been off almost the entire time since I last talked to you. They came back after the HoH competition last night, and I went to bed very soon after that. So I've done some online catching up in my Twitter feeds. I checked the live feeds, and they were blocked. They were off. They were on fish. They have been off and on quite a bit. So there isn't a whole lot of information out there, but I'm going to give you a very quick version of what I just did in 10 minutes. I'll do it in about 4 minutes or 5 minutes maybe. For those of you that don't watch the show, it was a disappointment in that we didn't end up Cam versus Brooklyn or Cam versus Chelsea that we thought we might, because Chelsea won the AI competition, the AI arena, and so she was safe. It ended up being Brooklyn versus Cam, and that was no competition because the House voted 8-1 to evict Brooklyn. The only vote to evict Cam was Chelsea. Brooklyn gave a big, huge plea between the AI arena and the vote, telling people what a threat Tucker was and how she would be the shield and she would be his target until she's gone. Keep her in the house, and nope. They wouldn't have it. They kept Cam, who hasn't done anything and who basically kind of said, I'm just happy to be here. You guys know. And he's been chill the whole week. And he maintained that chill, to his credit, I suppose. But I didn't like the fact that he didn't seem concerned at all. That just kind of just drove me crazy. But that may be his persona as well, his personality. So Brooklyn evicted. Feeds didn't come back until after the HoH competition, at which point we found out that Tucker had won the competition, which was kind of a surprise. It's going to be an interesting week. Who's Tucker going to nominate? We don't know for sure. The speculation at this point is Tucker's volunteered. She may defer to Tucker. She's talked about going after Tucker this week with chemo. I just don't know if that's really what's going to happen. The House basically, voted Tucker's way 8-1 with him not having any power, and him in Brooklyn being dead honest about how big a threat he is. So I'm just not sure if Tucker will. She may put him up as, that's the thing, she may put him up as a pawn, but will he win the power of veto? Will he win the AI arena if he wins? I don't know. We'll have to see. Tucker was trying to figure out what to do. She started her one-on-ones. We weren't seeing much of them, and so we can only speculate on what that talk's been. And I think tentatively that she may take up Tucker on his offer that he made again, that he was willing to be a pawn if she wanted. And MJ seems to be a target, seems to be a one that she's going to go after for, I just assume that they're just not very close kind of reasons. And then the question is the third nominee. And before I realized I wasn't recording, I was speculating that it might be Leah. So Leah might be the last nominee. I'm sitting here watching a person who's parked the wrong way on a one-way street, and he won't pull out in front of me. Oh, people never understand this street. Those of you that know me and know where I'm at know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, Leah, and I don't remember if I talked about it or not, but Leah got some warnings early on in the season for some things she apparently said, and they seem to have been inappropriate. They seem to have been somewhat racial in nature. I think it was inappropriate, just words that things that you're not supposed to say, things that, just things that are not appropriate. Not maliciously, but just dumb. It's like, you don't say that kind of stuff. And she got called out for it. Obviously, it wasn't enough to get her, it mentioned on the show or to any of that kind of stuff, but it's been mentioned by the House guest. Tucker brought it up last night, and maybe others did too. And it just makes me feel like Takor may go after her as a potential. Chelsea was crying apparently about something, and it sounds like it might have been related to something Leah said, so I just don't know. We'll just have to see if it gets mentioned. The feeds are the buttons are going to be pressed very hard to keep us from figuring this out, so we may never know exactly what it was. But yes, you're driving the wrong way, person. But fine, pull out. Anyways, so that happened, and so I just don't know the feeds. Like I said, they've been very sensitive about letting us see Takor have her conversations. I suspect that a lot of it is because Takor's been very verbal about her whole wanting to see a woman of color, wanting to see people of color, and those kind of things. And it's something that they get just kind of oversensitive. They get very sensitive about, and so when those discussions start to come up, they tend to shut them off on the feed so we don't see them. I don't have a problem with those discussions at all, so I'm not bothered. But they seem to not want to stir up potential controversy from some fans who will like to go off hardcore about that kind of stuff. So they've been blocking them. We haven't seen them. We'll have a better sense later today about what the nominations are likely to be. And sorry, I'm trying to instruct these people on how to navigate this place I work at. So it's comical, and now I'm stuck. Okay. So I'll know this afternoon more what's going on as far as nominations. We'll have a much better idea. Hopefully, if they let us see the feeds for a while. But I would say that right now, leaning MJ, Tucker, and maybe Leah. I don't know about Joseph. Joseph might be a nominee, but he's in an alliance with Tucker or with Takor, right? But Takor's in a lot of alliances, has a lot of relationships. But Joseph actually suggested maybe Chelsea as a nominee to Takor, and I'm like, dude, for being a mastermind of the game that you sometimes think you are, you do realize you're talking about one of Takor's close allies and suggesting that she put her up. So that's a misread on Joseph's part. And he's, I don't think he's worried about Leah going up because he considers Leah a close ally, but that's not necessarily, I don't think where Takor ranks her. So, I think that's it. I talked a lot more about other stuff, but you know what? I didn't record, and so we're gonna pause it there. We're going to pick it up this afternoon, and we'll have a much better idea who Takor's nominations are going to be and what it means, and we'll let you know. And I hope you have a wonderful Friday. And by the time I talk to you next, it'll be the weekend. Yay, weekend! And I'll be ready. I am ready for the weekend for sure. So take care, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support. I hope you have a wonderful day. And again, navigating and waving people. And nice people want to stop, but just go. It's more of a hassle if you just go. Pedestrians, I tell you, what are you going to do? All right, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.